Hello. Little Dutch girl. So, when I went home from the Netherlands, this is how we dress all the time. Some people do think that we do, but this is, of course, just a fun clothing. This is not even original, but this is just for fun. These are original klompen wooden shoes. I actually used them. I had to clean them off. Jennifer knows, because they're easy. Like, I don't have to touch anything. I can just go put them on and I can walk. Your feet get used to it. But mainly when I would do stalls and I would just do farm work, right? But in the American North Carolina mud, they don't work very well, because they sink and then the mud just kind of goes all the way in it. So I don't really use them that much here. But I don't have to do nothing. I can just go like this and put them on and back off. But right now I'm going to keep them on. I am from the Netherlands. That's what it's called. Or more people are more familiar with Holland. You guys know where that is, right? Yeah. I had one time in America, in Indiana. So nobody's from Indiana, right? Asked somebody how long of a drive it was to Holland, and I said, Netherlands. I said, no, Holland. And I said, no, not Holland, Michigan, like Holland in Europe. And she goes, yes, how long of a drive is that? I said, they have not built that bridge yet. So please know there's a big Atlantic Ocean between America and between Europe, and then we're good. I understand where you do not know where the Netherlands is, as long as you know there's a big Atlantic Ocean in between. So the Netherlands is a very small country. It fits about 4 times into North Carolina. We have about 17 million people living there. And I, as a 22-year-old in 1988, came on November 4th to the big United States of America to work for 1 year. Well, this November will be 30 years that I am in the Netherlands, in America. So, yes, so I've been here a while, and who knows, I might stay. I'm not sure yet. The Netherlands has some, who has been, well, I know Uta has, who is from Germany. Who has been in the Netherlands before? Okay, good. And have you enjoyed it? I hope. Yes. We have beautiful, beautiful things there, from the flowers, of course, to landscape. As small as our country is, we still have a lot of greenery there. Because when you want to build on lands that have trees, you have to pay a bunch of money. So you build per square footage. So that's why you see the houses go up there versus out. So, and you get taxed on square footage versus that touches the ground. With that, a lot of times here in America, when something is over 100 years old, they go, ooh, that is so old, right? Well, I got a bag of tricks here. Just some fun Dutch stuff. This is actually a painting of a water mill that is in my hometown, which is over 1,000 years old. So then we go, ooh, right? 1,000, 100 years is for us. It's like, you know, you're pretty much in puberty. That's pretty much what that is. But this is a painting I figured it'd be fun to show. There's an local artist in my hometown that is doing it, Maurice Smits. But this is literally walking distance from my parents, my now dad house. So, of course, everybody knows about the kissing Dutch boys. There they go. There they go. Oh, there they go again. Very Dutch, right? And this is a really old piece. I have no clue. It's probably no value, but to me it has great value. So this, it has cracks in it. It's been fixed, but I have become this Dutch, from Dulce Blue to all kind of different things. And I'm going to set them up somewhere so you can, if you want to look at it later. See them kissing. So cute. All right, so this one was my little Venbergse molen, over 1,000 years old, and then we go, of course, to Delft Blue. That's right. This is a true Delft Blue vase. I am really fortunate. My parents have friends that do not have any children. and she had a lot of Delft blue. So she gives it to me because I actually appreciate it. So I'm really appreciative of it. So when my family comes to America, when I turned 50, a couple years ago, they were looking in the house and they go, "Where'd you get that? Where'd you get that? Where'd you get that?" And I said, "From Georgette." So I'm real excited about that she chose me. But this is a real piece of Delft blue and painted by hand, a little vase. And some have little chips, unfortunately. Then, of course, we have, this is called Tigelaar. So it's not just Delft blue. We have a lot of other old-fashioned painters and tile painters that just have some beautiful stuff that is not just Delft blue, right? Yeah, I think I can maybe. I might even do this chicken here. I might be able to paint that chicken. So lots of different artists. Which artists are very familiar that are very famous? Well, they're dead now, but Rembrandt and Van Gogh, that's right. I still have my ear, fortunately. So this is just a fun thing. It has all the Van Gogh paintings, but it's a, hold on, oh, there it is. It is, you can play with it, and it has a little bit of different paintings that can come somehow. And it's not, you shouldn't have to do, ooh, don't have to do it all that, well, whatever, you figure it out without breaking it. I surely can't play. I'm not good on the cube either. I'll give it one side. So, this will be another little thing with Van Gogh paintings that you're familiar with. Of course, I cannot afford them.
No, we can't either.
That's right. So, my hometown is called Valkenswaard. So this is another little cute little shoe. My niece gave this to me this past trip I went. And Valkenswaard, which means falcon keeper. So way back ago, a long time ago, we actually bred falcons for the royalty and for the, not just in the Netherlands, for all, like the falcons, beautiful. And that's kind of what it started with. That's where the Valkenswaard comes from. Then we became a cigar town. And we had Willem II cigars, Willem II cigars, and we had Hofnar cigars. And so our town was just a little cigar makery thing. And here my family came there in 1960 or 59, I'm not sure. 59, it might have been 59. And they took over a bakery. And so I'm a baker's daughter, bread and pastries. So it's European. I don't know if you had European breads and pastries, but it's good. Oh, yes. And it's very hard sometimes for me to eat the bread here because bread is not supposed to last forever. Here it lasts like for weeks. Typically 2-3 days it goes old. The Germans have very good breads too. So, and up north, who's from up north? They got some good bread up there because I guess a lot of European influence, right? So this is just another little cute little shoe with my hometown on it. Let me see the bag of tricks. Oh, another little Delft blue thing right here. And I just collect all of them. If I would have brought all of them, I would have to bring my truck. So I just wanted you to have some opportunities to look at some different things. And then I have some sayings. This, my mom gave this to me. As most of you know, my mom died on November 7th. She was a very fit lady, believe it or not. She had melanoma from 11 years ago that got into her lungs, and she passed, unfortunately. But she was so upbeat. I mean, I'm pushing her around the wheelchair, and people go, "What's wrong with you?" And then she goes, "Oh, I'm on the," in Dutch, of course, "I'm on the last phase of my life." And they go, "What do you mean?" "Oh, I'm going to die." And they go like, "Woo!" She says, "It's okay." She says, "I lived a good life." She was 83 years old. She was 22 when her mother died. I'm almost 52, so I'm very lucky to have my mother. But she gave this, and I'm going to these are Dutch sayings, and I'm going to translate them for you because they're so cute. Leef vandaag, want je bent toch niet van gisteren. Live today, because you're not from yesterday. Right? Yes. Lichtpuntjes, soms zijn ze groot, soms zijn ze klein. Je hoeft ze niet te zoeken, je kunt ze ook zijn. A light It's a light pointer. A little light. Sometimes they're big, sometimes they're small. You don't have to look for them all the time because you can be a light also. I know, isn't that cute? So you can spread all kind of joy yourself. Ik ben de baas in huis. Ik heb toestemming van mijn vrouw om dat te zeggen. So this is for the men. I am the boss in the house because my wife told me I could say that. Volg je hart, want dat klopt. Follow your heart because it beats. And it also, klopt means also it's right. So it klopt is also right. So there's a double. The Americans have way more double, triple, quadruple saying for their... That was a little challenging. Uta, do you agree? There's still things I go like, shake the bushels to do what? Why are you going to shake bushels? To raise money or something, whatever. Pluk de dag, maar laat wat hangen voor morgen. Pick like fruits for today, but leave something for tomorrow. That's a good one. So, my mom gave this to me, so it's not only very special for that, but I thought it was some neat little sayings. And then the language. I am from the south in the Netherlands. So it's kind of the same as in America. We have our Dutch Yankees. They live above the river. And they are our Dutch Yankees, and they talk differently. And I don't want to spit on you because I'm not. They would say, in the South, we have a soft G. Pluk de dag, right? Maar laat wat hangen. They would say, pluk de dag. And they would say, volg je hart. It's a lot more rougher. So my husband was learning Dutch before his trip in 2010. And on Rosetta Stone, and it's a Dutch Yankee on Rosetta Stone. So he's trying to do the, and it would say yellow, and it's heel, right? Heel, that's what we would say. The Dutch Yankee goes, geel, geel. And so my husband is going. So we have the same, and we make fun of them like you guys do from each other. The Dutch Yankees make fun of us, and we made fun of the Dutch Yankees. So it's the same. It's all in good fun. We always say ons man, like my mother, but then I would say our mother. Well, it's not your mother, and that's what the Dutch Yankee would say. They say, well, it's not my mother, but we would say, I don't care, ons man. When I'm talking to you about my mother, it's ons man. It's not your mother, but we still say it's ons mom, so it's really our mother. So we just have fun little sayings, and if you ever have an opportunity, even if you cannot go over there, look, there's so much on YouTube, there's so much on the internet, and books, if you don't like to do internet, books, look through the beautiful things that not just the Netherlands has, so many different countries. I was very fortunate, the Netherlands is always neutral, right? Every war we've been, we're neutral. But we also accept everybody for who we are. And it doesn't matter what color, what religion you are. We accept everybody as well. You treat me right, we treat you right. As it should be in the whole world, right? And many places it is. But in the Netherlands, we don't get quickly. It's like, oh my God, they shoot boobies. Well, just to look at it. God, Lord, if you don't want to see them, turn it off or don't go there. That's how we are, you know. My parents were nudists when I grew up, so I saw everything, I promise. And it's not a big deal. But we learned that bodies come in different shapes and sizes, and beauty comes in different shapes and sizes. So we're a lot less. But again, how I explain the Netherlands versus America. It's like we're already grown, and America's still in puberty. It just doesn't know what it wants. It goes one way and then it goes the other way. But then look at all the cultures that came together, and then really, as the United States of America, it's not been around as long as our European countries have for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. So I did do a DNA thing, and that was so fun. Have you done it, Uta? Who has done DNA?
I just started.
Is that fun? If you haven't done it, do it. And get the sale, $59.99. Just wait for it. It'll come around. And you have to do a little spit, and then you send it back up. So it comes back. It takes about a month. And guess what? Guess what I am? I am Dutch. Oh my God. It was a shock. It was a shock. 60% Dutch. But then I had some Mediterranean. I have some darker skin, and so I figured it was Mediterranean. I have some Scandinavian, even had some English, and a European Jew. Yeah. Oh, so now I know what I got to know.
Me too.
Now I know what I got to know.
Everybody has.
All right, there you go, European Jew. It was fun. It was just, I enjoyed seeing it, as I know, it goes back to 1700, I think. But the other part was fun. In 1750, a little handful of my DNA went to America already. So I have about 34 fourth to sixth cousins in America. No, I don't need to meet them, but it's fun to know. It's not that I'm a long so yes,
New York was called New Amsterdam.
Yes, that's right. That's right. So who knows? They probably live in New York. Those darn Yankees. So I do have some DNA going there. So if you have not, it's fun to know. Open your eyes to different cultures. Open your eyes to different ethnicities. Open your eyes to the beauty that different parts of this world show you. And I hope, because you want to have 2 programs, I'm going to have this program cut a little short because I have to change and become the fighter. Right?
Yeah.
We're going to learn some self-defense. So the cute thing, Louise, I said, what do you want me to talk about? Because I have some different subjects, from health and fitness to balance to bone density. I can talk pretty much about many things. I said, or self-defense or the Netherlands. And she says, can you do self-defense and the Netherlands? I said, I'll just be this Dutch girl that's going to defend herself. Yeah. So I am going to make this one. Any questions about this part of the Netherlands? Any questions about what you want to know about it?
Where do the Vikings come from?
The Vikings would be the Scandinavian, a little bit more north from us. It'd be like Jersey. It'd be like Jersey and North Carolina. Yes?
Is that type of color, blue, royal blue, is your native natural color?
Actually, the natural would be oranje, and it's a lighter blue, but we have Willem van Oranje, which is we have a king, right? It's first time in 3 generations. But we have royalty, and that's been around for many, many moons. And it's Willem van Oranje, blah, 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 like a really long last name, and I would not know which one it is. Willem from Orange. So Orange, when you see the Dutch, a lot of times they have the orange clothes on. By the way, the Dutch are kicking, you know what, at the ice skating, right? Those were the Dutch. Yeah. That's my little country right there. Yeah, we have a little country, but we have some very good athletes. And our flag, and I was going to find, and I have one, and I couldn't find it, but it's a red, white, and blue. But the blue is a little bit lighter than your Delft blue. It's a little bit lighter color blue. So it's red, white, and blue. French is that way, but Dutch is this way. Okay. So, good question. Any other questions? Yes.
I love you in your language.
Oh.
Well,
you can take pictures with me. Absolutely.
I love you.
It's only $10. I'm working on a strip to see my daddy.
I love you in Netherlands.
Oh, thank you.
How do you
say it?
I love you. Oh. I can say it in different languages, but in the Netherlands, ik hou van jou.
Ik hou van jou.
Oh, and then in French is je t'aime, and ich liebe dich in German, and je t'aime, let me see, what's Spanish? I don't even know. Mi amore! It's probably Italian.
That's Italian.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Oh, I spoke 4 languages fluently, and I say spoke. I spoke. It was Dutch, English, French, German. Most Dutch people speak 2, 3, or 4 languages. I was fluent, reading, writing, speaking, and I spoke some Italian. I worked in France for 8 months, and I could just turn it on and off whenever. But then I come to America, and my English has turned into American. And my German, I still understand. I have to think. I just am not used to thinking, because here we don't speak like we do there. I turn around there, there's different ethnicities. It's hard. Yes, sir.
Trump's wife, where is she from? What country?
She's not from the Netherlands. I think she's from Russia or somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, bless her heart. That's what I'm gonna say.
All right,
So,
before we go,